When I seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the first race here for Apollo Racing Codemasters F1 Tier 1. I'm Adam EV500. Joining me tonight, of course, is my color guy during the iRacing season, James Williamson, joining me here tonight in the broadcasting booth all the way across the pond. James, how is it going this evening?
It's going very well, Adam. I'm looking forward to seeing how our Tier 1 grid handles this season. First race at Miami. It's going to be an interesting to see how it all plays out, just because we don't know how everyone's going to stack up on the old pace. So it's a big unknown.
Mm-hmm. Uh, in case you're joining us for the first time here at Apollo Racing Club, or if you've been here before, you might notice something different. We used to have three tiers for F122, but we are only doing one tier this season due to the attendance in the last two tiers. So this will make it very interesting, and we are going to be able to see what these drivers can do. Of course, so far right now in the lobby, we have Greasy, Tours, Max, Average, Kagenis, Hollers, Arctic, Atmosphere, Golf, Simon LaFortune, Rom, Potato Skin, Fig, Rogue, The Action, Mr. Baby, and Martin Sanchez, Sweeney, and then, of course, our two spectators, myself and James. Tonight we head to the Miami Grand Prix, or the Miami Circuit, the Miami International Autodrome. It is a 5.4 kilometer circuit for those who use miles, 3.6 miles. That goes around the Hard Rock Stadium. Of course, it's kind of an interesting track that we got to witness this past season in Formula One. James, tell me what you think of this Miami circuit.
Yeah, it's a big test. There's some incredibly fast sections and then some incredibly tight, especially around section 2 into 3, where they go under the bridge, and that's incredibly tight. You don't want to be going too wide through there. It's certainly going to be a test for drivers off the bat. I know a lot of people were looking forward to racing here last season, but last season being cut short, we never actually got to Miami, so it being the first round this season, I know these drivers will be looking forward to it. I'm sure. So it's
For
good to have new tracks.
For sure, for sure. A 19 turn course. Of course, turns 15 and 16 being probably in my opinion, watching racing for the last few years and seeing different track designs, 15, 14 and 15, probably one of the worst complex of corners, or the chicane there, that has ever been designed. Very tight, very hard, and very difficult to get through and navigate. It's easy to hit the curb. There's a sausage curb there, and it sends your car kind of flying up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, it's just one of those complexes that just looks very untidy and clumsy for these F1 cars. And like I said, you can hit that curb and it can send you into a spin. So, well, I definitely have to watch out for that in the races. I think there'll be a lot of action in that area.
So we're just a couple minutes away here from an 18-minute qualifying session. It's it's going to be very interesting, and I just got a message, and I don't even know what that meant. So, just pit stop on broadcast. So, um, whatever that means. Um, we'll find out what that means, and hopefully I'll get everybody's. Hopefully I can figure that out or translate it. Um, of course, a lot of drivers were expecting hopefully almost 20 drivers for tonight. And James, and we've gotten to see some of these drivers in the past. I mean, clearly, drivers like Rogue, who can drive through the field, just did not have a good, consistent season last season. Martin Sanchez, a very quick driver. Sweeney is also somebody we could probably expect to maybe take some race wins this season. Same with Max. Is there any driver in particular that pops out to you?
Well, I mean, you mentioned Swinney. He was our current champion, so he's certainly one who's going to be one to watch. But the action, Rogue definitely, it's like you said, it's just who can be consistent because there's a few drivers who can definitely pick up some wins, but it's about putting a whole season together. So I'm gonna say Swinney, X Max, people like that definitely going to be up there most weeks. It's just again about making sure you get the results and be consistent over the 10, 12 rounds that we have.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, an 18-minute qualifying, 29-lap race, which we should be going here any moment. Hello, Hullers.
Hey, the pit stop setting is incorrect. It should be immersive, not broadcast.
I do not have control of that.
Who's the host?
And that would be Max.
Okay, I'll pop into his channel. Thanks.
Yep, I am not the host of this one. It's should be Max, who is one of the moderators.
Yeah, it is.
So, while we have a little bit of a pause here while we get some settings figured out, James, obviously we got some pretty good racing action. We won't give any spoilers. Mexican Grand Prix, but the NASCAR race today definitely the talk of the town.
Oh my word, yes, that Ross Chastain at the end. Absolutely. Like you probably get disqualified from ever trying it in a video game in an actual league, and he did what he needed to do, as to say. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic.
It was beautiful.
He's
my new favorite driver, 100%. When you do a move like that and it pays off for you, I tip my hat to that, because that move in particular. Of course, you won't see that in a Formula One race. You won't see guys going to the wall and just putting their foot down to the floor and gain 5 positions. So.
No, it's certainly it's very much a NASCAR tin top star racing move. But my word, I hope he wins the actual title now, because it'll be very Hollywood.
Yep.
It did feel a bit Hollywood, actually. It's the kind of thing you'd expect from Days of Thunder, sort of kind of crazy ass moves.
All right, looks like we're getting some guys readying up here. And I think, if my eyes don't deceive me, I think we will have officially 18 drivers, maybe 19, as we are waiting for one to show up still.
Yeah, we had some technical issues on the grid, so we kind of gave them a bit of a grace time to try and fix it.
Hopefully it's just this one race. Of course, there is the 5-minute rule that is in place. Basically, we have to get qualifying ready to go within 5 minutes of our initial start time. So 9 o'clock Eastern, but now we're about 8 minutes past. So a lot of didn't expect to be stretching this much. So other things to talk about for ARC, of course, Wednesday nights we'll have our ACF1 broadcast, and then Thursdays will be our final iRacing broadcast of the season at Phoenix for IndyCar. And then Saturday, ACC GT3 action here. But we also have plenty of other leagues here at Apollo Racing Club. We have an AC Road to Glory, or kind of season, which is this season they've been doing just prototypes, it seems like, in older generation cars on Monday nights on just 2 different circuits, and just more learning about the cars and how the tracks operate and all that. They're not doing a full calendar of tracks, so it's a gentleman type league. And then of course Thursdays we have ACC GT4s as well. So if you're interested in signing up for any of those series, there's still signups available. Head over to apolloracing.club today, or go to grid-finder.com and search up Apollo Racing Club and join us here at our wonderful sim racing league. All right, James, it's time to get ready for qualifying, a moment that I have been waiting for quite a while. We're going to Miami, and in the beautiful sunshine, of course, probably where you're at and where I'm at, it's getting a little cold out there.
Cold, rainy, but it's the UK, so it's always that. Got to the year. It's a year-round thing.
Yeah, it's getting cold where I'm in the Midwest, so temperatures are starting to drop. It's no longer the beautiful sunshine that we experienced for the last 4 months. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in. Yes, and I am very thankful that everything is working.
So we're just waiting to see who is going to get out first. I think.
So,
It's anticipation now, just waiting for a car to come out.
looks like Rom is coming out first. So let's head over and take a look here at Rom.
Wow. It's an absolute traffic jam out of the pits.
Yes, everybody coming out of the pits now. Looks like Atmosphere, he's going to just go way past the white line.
Wow. Sorry, we've already had our first major thing. Greasy. He's picked up a 5-place grid penalty.
What did he do there?
He had contact with Martin Sanchez, apparently, so... That's bad, because he's one of my title hopefuls, and I thought he'd probably be on pole today, so he's already put himself behind the 8-ball.
Already. So we do have 20 people on this grid.
We do, and they all seem to come out at the same time. They're all looking for a bit of space already. It's not even a short track.
Yeah, it's not a short track. You need the space on this track to get a good qualifying run. Again, Rom is at the lead of this pack, followed by Sweeney G. Hey, this new team telemetry app actually puts the names of the drivers on your track map now, and it's so nice because I can actually be able to tell where people are at. So let's head over down the back stretch. Everybody on the soft tire, of course. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to Rom, who's on his first lap here. Already coming into turn 7 now. Keeping the car nice and straight. And turn 7, again, probably one of the more difficult, wider turns on the track, because you got to get the car really slow, because then it narrows through the turn into turn 8. So now Rom coming down the back stretch here. The action. Already picking a 5-place penalty for hitting Joker. Now we're in.
Sorry, it's been a bit of a crazy start for this qualifying session with 2 people having penalties already. Rom going through the horrible complex that's so untidy, but you got through there okay, and he's on to the final couple of corners now. But he'll just want that banker lap at this stage.
Down the back stretch now, coming into turn 17. Sweeney G behind him. He's put up a purple sector 1, and Average has put up a purple sector 2 with a 32.1. But here we go. Rom is going to come across the line at this time. Goes with 129.9272, excuse me. Let's head over to Sweeney. And now Sweeney crossing the line, goes quick time with a 127.598. And now Average is going to be coming across the line now, and he gets second quick here with a 127.8. So definitely some time for him to find. Martin Sanchez, 4th place, a 129 point. Now down to 5th, a 129.904. Rom still in that 3rd spot. Tours in 4th with a 129.900. And Tours is on a detour. Hollers goes 7th quick. Let's see now. And Simon LaFortune, a 129.112 going into that 3rd slot. Let's head over to Guinness now. We do see some guys coming across the line still. It's going to be guys who will not complete a lap. A potato skin, excuse me, 140.4. Guinness going to be starting his lap now. Joker goes a 135.4, so about 2 seconds off the pace of everybody else. Arctic and Atmosphere, the Red Bull drivers, in the 7th and 9th spot. And Lawrence in the McLaren, a 130.5. And now Hollers has retired from the session.
Yeah, it looks like he's crashed at turn 8.
Let's see here.
Yeah, he's nosed it into the wall at the exit of turn 8, so that's his session over, unfortunately. But he did get time on the board at least. I think most people have done their first runs. Guinness is on another lap, and that's been invalidated, unfortunately.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, I think Fig is on a lap at the moment. He's coming into turn 12.
Fig is on a lap, has a 31.451 in Sector 1, comes to the chicane, gets it through nicely, keeps the car nice and steady. Now down to the backstretch they go. And it is a 33.394, excuse me, in Sector 2. So it's a green Sector 2. Trying to see Potato Skin and LaFortune and Rogue, 128.994 for Rogue. Goes up into that 3rd spot. Simon LaFortune in 4th with a 129.112, and Potato Skin with a 129.212. And now Fig comes across the line of 130.422, goes into that 10th spot. And let's go ahead. Let's go see what the action is up to, because the action is on a lap.
Yeah, it's just another note. Greasy's also crashed, and he crashed at turn 10. So that's a bit of a random place to crash. Not really according you'd expect it. But anyway, the action now, he's coming down into turn 11. Very hard braking zone. And now it comes into the horrible section where you just need to keep it patient on the throttle. Just get through this section. Use all the turn on the outside. Watch that horrible sausage curb. And he's got through there okay. He's onto the back straight. One more corner to go, or one real corner to go. See if we can improve. He's only not set a lap yet.
He's a 30.9 in Sector 1, a 32.691. So he's about 0.2 off the pace in Sector 2 off of our current pole position. Gets that DRS across the line. He goes 3rd fastest, a 128.950. So
yeah, that's a good lap.
That's a very good lap. Now
The only problem is, there's a big gap forming already between Swinny G, the average, and the rest of the field. So we'll see if anyone can close in on that.
Guinness getting out of the way on his outlap, and with the Alfa Romeo of Mr. Baby. Mr. Baby now coming into turn 17. It's looking good here. No purple sectors though. About a 10th off the about 0.3 off the pace of pole position, but he goes 3rd fastest. So the Alfa Romeo is 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, that's a good lap. So something he can work from as he gets into the final run.
Taking a look
It's
here.
amazing how. Sorry. Go ahead, Adam.
Looking at golf here. He's got the slipstream with the DRS of the McLaren. That's going to be very, very helpful to him. He's going to be very happy about that. Sector 1 at 30.7. He's looking pretty good here through Sector 1, now going into Sector 2 here. And Max is retired, by the way, as well, James.
Yeah, so there's been a few incidents in this qualifying session. Thankfully, we don't have red flags. So
Golf got a little bit of wheel spin coming out of turn number 16.
I know what Martin Sanchez has done, but he's been hit again by the Joker this time, and he's got a 5-place grid penalty. So everyone's out for that guy.
And Golf goes 8th fastest, 129.257. Let's see who else is out there. I see Arctic is out there. I think he is no longer on a lap. I think he's on his in lap. He is.
Yes.
No, he's not. He's going to go again. So we do have caution flags all over the place. Sector 2 is one of them. Looks like that is Joker. And Sweeney goes quick time again, a 1:27.469. It wasn't Joker who was that. It was the other AlphaTauri. Rom.
Yeah. Simon of the Fortunes second up on his best laps. He's coming into the final couple of corners, so
He had a big
he might be
lockup.
but he still goes third with a 1:28 flat, pretty much.
1:28.068. Let's take a look here through the field. Let's look at tours. The McLaren. Lawrence
Think
still
about
down
it
at
a lot.
14th. His teammate.
Yeah. Cody's last lap, I think, was a bit hampered by traffic. So we'll see if he goes again. Obviously, we know qualifying tyre rule anymore. If you want to do 2 laps on the softs, you can do. And it won't affect your races. There's a car in the middle of the track there. Don't know who that was.
Haas in front of Tours now as he hits turn 16. He's down in sector 1, down in sector 2 as well. He's going to give up on the lap, it looks like.
Yeah.
So let's head over to the action. They're on a lap with fresh tires. Starting their lap here as they... Oh my. There's just a car just right in the middle of the track. And action
There is the
spins.
action. He does. We've had 5 people retire for this session so far. It doesn't bode well for the race, Adam.
No, it does not.
But yeah, there's cars strewn all over the track, so who knows what's going on here.
Well, Lawrence is on on some fresh tires here, coming into the last couple of corners here, through the penultimate corner now. There's the penultimate corner in the turn 19. Gets right up on the curve, gets across the line.
Didn't improve.
Did not improve. His last lap at 1:30.568. So he's slower on these new tires. So let's see if he can go again.
Got a bit of a train forming on the outlap here between Rom and Golf. They need to find some space. It's crazy how with so few cars left and how big this track is, that they all seem to find each other on these outlaps.
So word coming in now, Potato Skin cannot take control of his car. So he is having problems.
He's having Codemaster issues.
Codemasters, the masters of code. Lawrence, gonna keep the throttle down. He's a second down on his time. So he cannot catch a break here. Let's go to Mr. Baby. They're looking pretty quick here.
Yeah, they're coming to the old critical section. Well, to ride that wall pretty close. Gets it all out there. Helps his turning through the horrible chicane. And under the bridge, he's going to blast down this last straight into turn 17, the last major braking zone for the lap. So let's see if he can improve here. Currently P5. He'll probably be looking to at least get past Simon. One thing I don't think we've mentioned is Martin Sanchez popped into P2 somewhere along all the carnage.
Yeah.
And well, Mr. Baby gave up on that lap.
Yep, and he'll get a penalty for that because he was definitely speeding into the pit lane.
He can thankfully get away with it in qualifying though, so...
Yep, he has 2 warnings now for speeding in pit lane. So we gotta see who else is out there. Golf is out there as well. Don't know what's going on with Potato Skin.
It's, like I say, it's just Codemasters for you, unfortunately. They like to do some crazy things. And we're all part of their experiment. Getting into the final couple of minutes now. Everyone will be coming out for those final runs. Cody Lawrence is actually trying to set a faster lap here, but I don't think he's going to go any quicker. No, he's another 2 seconds off his best lap, so he's really struggling at the moment. So we have more cars who have retired.
Yeah, more cars. We have Kaginis, Atmosphere. So that's 2 more, so 7 have retired.
29 laps this race, and we'll see how many make it to the end.
So we're 1 minute 30 seconds away from the end of qualifying, so that checker flag's going to come out here any moment. Sweeney G is out there. Average has started his lap, so let's actually... Has he started his lap? I'm not seeing an update in timing, so...
I think he's done his lap. I don't know what's going on because he's got 1 lap on his tyres. I think he's coming into his lap now, regardless of what everything says. Yeah, he's definitely on a lap at the moment.
Yep, he's now on a lap. Now we have more guys retiring. Rom, Tours, both out. Rogue has retired. I think at this point they're just retiring because they know they can't get another lap in. So average now coming down. I wouldn't say the back straight. It's that kind of that middle section of the track, high-speed corners. Puts up a 30.9. And Lawrence disqualified from the session as he was parked in a dangerous location. So he will not get his qualifying time, and he will fall to the back of the pack for the start of the race for being parked in a dangerous location. Must have been stuck in the wall. We're seeing Potato Skin. He finally is going to be counted. So Rogue did wreck while avoiding Potato Skin's parked car. Lock up there, and it looks like Average has invalidated
lap. Yeah.
But his teammate Martin Sanchez has not.
Yep. Can he snatch pole at the death here? It's around the final corner. Oh, big wheel spin there. That's not going to help him.
No, it is not. He doesn't improve.
He does not. Swinny G gave up on his lap. He must think he's got the pole.
He's got it. And he'll come into the pit lane.
I think Mr. Baby's on a lap and he's up slightly going into this final little blast.
Sweeney G will be the man on pole because everybody else has crossed the line. Simon LaFortune, he technically on a lap. When he crossed the line, he does not improve his position. He goes P4.
Yep. I think the action is the last person who's going to be setting a time, but I don't think he's going to take the pole. See if he can improve his position at least. Nope.
Nope, he does not. So, sweet.
That's a wrap.
That is a wrap. So, Sweeney G takes the pole, while Martin Sanchez is in second, Average in third, Simon LaFortune in fourth, Mr. Baby fifth, the action in sixth. Rogan 7th, Potato Skin 8th, Atmosphere 9th, and Golf in 10th. Guinness 11th, Rom in 12th, Tours in 13th, Arctic in 14th, and Fig in 15th, Hollers 16th, Joker 17th, Greasy 18th, Max in 19th, and Lawrence, who will have a disqualification, will go to the back of the pack. But we did see some guys pick up some penalties as well. We saw Greasy and the Joker. Joker picked up a 10-place grid penalty, so he'll be in the back. And Greasy with a 5-place grid penalty as well. So some grid penalties already to start the season.
That was it was a qualifying session that was far more action-packed than you would expect, with penalties and cars flying off. And now we've got 29 laps of the Miami circuit that these drivers need to traverse. I'm looking forward to it, Adam. How do you think it's going to be victorious at the end here?
Whoever avoids the carnage. Whoever avoids that.
You put it down to the RNG. I love it. Of course, safety cars could come into play here, so there's a lot of things that can flip-flop this race as we go along. But we'll just have to see how these 20 drivers approach the early phase of this Grand Prix.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready here for the formation lap. Again, we have it set for broadcast, so it'll be short. We don't have to go through the entire lap.
No, you can see the tyre choices there. A few varied strategies. Swinny G on the hards, Martin Sanchez next to me on the mediums. Average, who's starting on the softs in third. So, our front three have all taken completely different strategies. So that's interesting. Not sure what the peak strategy would be here. There we go.
Yep, so it looks like either a hard medium or a hard medium soft. So, everybody getting lined up here.
You will see who gets the best start, and that run to turn one's very short. So, we'll see how they handle this.
Getting all the cars lined up here. We'll have 5 lights that are going to come on here at the Miami International Autodrome in Miami, Florida. It is time to go racing here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting everybody all set and ready to go here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on. And 5 lights go out, and away we go. Sweeney G is going to try and take the race lead as quickly as he can here. He's going to be side by side. He's actually going to be attacked by the Alpines, and here comes Martin Sanchez. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2, and now it looks like Sweeney G is going to defend the lead, and we already have a safety car.
Yeah, there's a bit of carnage at the back. Hollers was spun on the starting grid. Torres and I think Cody Lawrence got involved in something as well at the back, so...
Lawrence looks like he's okay. He doesn't have too much damage. Hollers was the man who took a big part of that damage, missing his entire front wing. And looks like some other guys who have lost some body parts as well. Let's see if we can figure out who that was. Oh, we're back to racing. It was just a virtual safety car.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that bug. It doesn't tell you if it's a virtual safety car or a normal one for us.
So Sweeney G still ahead here from Martin Sanchez and Average. Rogue chasing behind in the Haas. He gets a little bit wide. Who is that? That wasn't Rogue. That was Fig. Fig has crashed. And a massive pile up here. And turn...
Oh no, for the rest of the field. It's turn 11 and 12.
Turn 11 and 12. There's so many cars stacked up here. Fig has retired.
Yeah, we've got Rogue, who's facing backwards. How is that not a safety car?
And the car gets off the track. Holler still That's Rogue now who's missing his front wing. Sweeney G continuing to lead here. Potato Skin about 9 seconds. He's lost his front wing.
Yep, so we're 1 lap into the season and already a lot of action and a lot of front wings missing.
Atmosphere being chased down by Arham, and now we're seeing some more action happening towards the back of this pack here as Potato Skin is in to fix his damage.
Yeah, we've got at least six people on pit road after that first lap, so crazy start. So they'll be begging for a safety car already. It's a good action for 7th, 8th, and 9th between Kagangis, Simon Fortune, and Cody Lawrence. They're all battling hard as they go down the back straight, which I'm going to call the back snake from now on due to its SE nature.
We're seeing Lawrence here. He is absolutely trying to get into this action here in the McLaren. He's going to try and get down the outside of Simon LaFortune as they come into through Sector 2. He's down the inside. Can he make the move stick? He does. And now he's going to be chasing down Kaginis here. They come into the chicane now right before turn 16. And now he gets a little bit wobbly, and but he keeps the car under control. Already seeing some time penalties coming on out now.
Yep. I think a lot of people picked up during that VSC. Got the action, Kagenis, and Atmosphere. I think they're all 5-second penalties.
DRS now being enabled here. Joker has been given a warning for track limits already, so track limits becoming an issue here for some drivers. Now let's take a look here at the tire situation. So Average is on the softs. He's finally gone up into that P2. Now he's chasing down Sweeney G. Mr. Baby, he's kind of having a lonely race. 4 seconds in front of him, 11 seconds behind him.
Yeah, Atmosphere leading the second pack, 11 seconds back. I think the problem is with all the carnage on the first lap, it kind of created a massive split. And we've got basically 3 packs now running around the track. Atmospheres are just ahead of Rom, with Kaginis just 2 seconds back, so they'll hopefully try and get onto the back of this. We've got Cody Lawrence now looking for a move down into turn 12, maybe on Kaginis. He's gone around the outside again, as he did before on...
and he has a DRS.
Yeah, he gets that move done. So Cody Lawrence up to P7, starting at the back, so it's a good start for him.
Max is
now a long way to go.
Max is now up into 9th. The Haas of Haulers and Rogue, they're back in the back of the pack. Rogue has a 22-second gap between him and his teammate. So that is going to make that a very interesting drive there, and Rogue's bad luck continues. Now Average putting up the fastest lap time of the race at 1:31.339, and that is a pretty quick lap. Of course, he is on those soft tires. He is chasing down Sweeney G. So here's the battle for the lead. We're right on board here with Average. And they come through the first sector here, the little S's that will narrow down into turn 7.
Yeah, it needs a good exit out of 8 so he can try and get him down into the turn 11 with the DRS.
Yep, he'll be in the detection. He's within the 1 second for DRS, so he gets that DRS wide open here. But I don't think it's going to be enough. That's going to be a long haul to get into a passing position, but this will at least set him up for the back stretch. And now look at him go. He was almost there on the back bumper. I think it kind of took him by surprise with how quickly he approached Sweeney G. And here they go through the chicane. He gets a little bit loose. Average does, and now he's going to lose so much time here. And for Sweeney G, you're going to be absolutely happy about this because now it's that 1 second gap. I don't think the DRS is going to be active this time for Sweeney G. It is not.
No, Average definitely is incredibly untidy there through 13 and 12, and it's paid for him now. He's now second back. But he needs to try and get past him because this is the thing. He's on the softs, and that is a very limited life cycle in terms of pace advantage. And now you think Sweeney G is going to start pulling away.
Cody Lawrence driving his way up through the field in the McLaren gets my Atmosphere now, and now he puts himself up into 6th position.
It does an Atmosphere nearly went into the back of him. The closing rates here, catching some of our drivers out. Cody Lawrence now looking at Rom for P5. but it feels a bit candy from a baby with him. He's just working his way through this field incredibly well. But he's another one who probably won a safety car because he's already 20 seconds back from the leader due to the early misfortunes that were going on.
Yes, yeah, he is 20, actually just right past about 20 seconds. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the penalties. Atmosphere 5 seconds, Kaginis 5 seconds, and the action all 5-second time penalties.
Yep. So all 3 of those penalties will be cleared at their pit stops because the 5-second ones do get served. There's the Joker's span out of turn 3, and he's trying to get his car around now without causing any chaos. And oh no, oh, I was lucky.
That was very lucky. Thankful. That's
The
a
ghost
good.
mode kicked in.
Good thing ghosting was turned on.
We have a safety car.
We have a safety car.
A full safety car.
For
As
who?
well as, I don't know if it was for that accident just then or what, but Average is taking advantage of this to get a pit stop in. With the safety car Delta, he might actually come out just in P4. He might have enough time to beat Cody Lawrence out.
Why is
He's
there
been
a...
followed.
What?
The only thing I can think is because Kaginis was turning around and he was in the track and people were coming towards him, it might have kicked in the detection, even though he ghosted. And the other reason is it's Codemasters and it does what it wants. So we're going to see a flurry of activity now. S-Mac's actually got a pit lane speeding violation there, so that's not going to help him in his race. But a lot of people taking this chance to get a pit stop in.
Yep, definitely the soft tire runners coming into the pit lane now. You see Lawrence, he's going to take advantage of this because he's on those hard tires, which are going to last a long time on this track, and he moves himself up in the third. So it's going to be very interesting to see now how these pit strategies will work out now.
It helps Average a lot as well. He's on the fresh mediums compared to Swinny G on his hards, so again, he should have a tyre advantage once we go back to racing. But I wonder if a lot of these hard runners now will be able to go to the end from here.
I'm trying to look back here and see when that safety car was actually called. So many updates right now happening, so we got everybody lined up again.
We do, and this helps a lot of people because the pack was really spread out after all the carnage on lap 1. So it basically brings a lot of people back into this race, whether it's for the win or just to get back in the points.
Okay, I cannot. So safety car out now. So if you start on the hard tires, you're staying on the hard tires. If you start on the mediums or even the softs, you're starting on definitely on the softs. You are definitely going to the hards. It looks like, or the mediums for average.
Yeah, if you've already been on the hards or the softs, then mediums there. The weird thing is Golf is staying out, and he's on 4 lap old softs, which is a very strange maneuver.
We had no retirements out on track. The only retirement we've had so far was Fig after a huge crash in turn 11 and turn 11-12. And he retired very early in this race. He didn't even make a lap, and we get a safety car. I don't understand this. Oh man.
Some mysteries of Beth Lester unsolved, Adam, and this is certainly one of them. So, another thing to note is Hollis is actually a lap down on the field, so he is in trouble. Because he's just going to get a blue flag the moment this gate race goes back to green, so...
Is Hollers
can't
officially a lap?
He is
Yeah.
a lap down. He's behind the 2 leaders, and this game does not allow you to unlap yourself, unfortunately.
It doesn't allow.
So, nope. I'm pretty sure it was in a version of 2. It was in one of the versions where you could do it, and then they took it out.
They probably took it out because of Abu Dhabi last year. The FIA rule book is fixed here, but apparently it's not in real life.
There was a way you could unlap yourself if you overtook the safety car in sector 3, but it was a coin toss on whether it worked or not. So this game is incredible at times.
You say that loosely.
Well, yeah. I've actually done that. Like, don't want to run down the game too much because we've got a race going on, but this game does like to throw up some incredibly interesting scenarios, shall we say?
Well, we did see some guys pit already. We have Rogue, the action. We saw Golf Pit for hards.
Yep. A few people have taken the chance to take, if they're at the back, they might as well try and get a couple extra laps under the safety car and get a couple of laps fresher tyres, although you're probably only going to be like 1 or 2% fresher. We'll probably extend the safety car as well for another lap because we've got the action and Rogue and Greasy.
This should be the final lap.
You would think that, Adam, but if you're not close enough to trigger it by sector 2, I think we're going for another lap. And it'll be because the action is so far behind.
We're into sector 3 now. Safety car lights are still on. Oh, yep, it is. There we go.
Guess you can't choose. The game is hard anymore.
So, safety car in this lap. Everybody going to warm up their tires. Sweeney G in the out in front with Average in second, and Lawrence now in third. Atmosphere fourth was a 5-second time penalty. Martin Sanchez in fifth. Mr. Baby 6th. Rom in 7th. Simon LaFortune 8th. Kaginis 9th. And Max in the 10th. Final points paying position. And
they're away now.
Here we go. The green flag will fly. Sweeney G is going to try and take off from Average, who's on fresh medium tires here, and he's going to get right on the back bumper as they come through turns 2, 3, and 4.
It's going to be a treacherous first lap with the colder tires, but Average should get a bit of advantage here because they should warm up faster. So we'll see if he can maybe make... Oh, he's already making a move down the inside.
It's on the inside in turn number 7. Here they come into turn 8. Who's going to come out ahead? It's going to be Sweeney G, who just keeps on outside lining. He hangs it there, and now guess who's right behind him? It's going to be Cody Lawrence, who is putting his foot down now. And now he is in this battle for the lead as Martin Sanchez. He's trying to get up through here as we see Atmosphere taking the battle with him. Oh, almost gets him squeezed. He goes around the outside, and Martin Sanchez makes the move stick. And now he's going to try and battle back here as he was in that third spot and battling for the lead at one point. Now Sweeney and G is still under pressure by Lawrence. This is getting intense. Kaginis has moved up a position as well with Simon LaFortune.
Yep, there's a lot of action already early on. Average, I thought maybe would have made that move stick into turn 8, but Sweeney G really cut him off hard there. And basically said, dominated and said, this is my corner. But we'll see what happens in the second lap. Average has still got that advantage on the tyres. So he just needs to be patient. Just keep on the bumper.
Potato Skin has retired with terminal damage, and Rogue picking up a warning for the collision, so might be something to look out for. And later down in this race, Lawrence really doing a good job here, keeping the pressure on for this second spot, and Martin Sanchez is back there as well. So now we have 2 yellow flags, it looks like some guys, and we have another safety car, I think.
Yeah, it is a full safety car. I'm not even sure what triggered that one because... Like, Potato Skins retired between 15 and 16, but that didn't do it. And then someone spun in turn
The
3.
action. I think it was the action that's back there, at least according to my map.
It might have been the Guinness spin. I think didn't he spin out as well?
No. It looks like seeing Rogue. He's getting past the safety car, and Joker doesn't have any damage. So 2 random safety cars. Safety car's just sitting there waiting for the leader.
It's like Thursday nights all over again, Adam.
It's Thursday night oval nights all over again.
Join us on Thursday for Phoenix, and we can get all the safety car experience you want.
Yep, it is. We call it Safety Car Simulator or Pace Car Simulator on Thursday nights when we go to the ovals. I think Phoenix should be fun. So
it should be.
Sweeney G coming into the pit lane now.
Yeah, it's about the right time. So I expect they'll go mediums, and there'll be mediums to the end from here. The only problem is now, Sweeney G is going to have a lot of work to do because he's going to be end up landing a lot of these hard runners, and obviously because we had a safety car only a lap or 2 after the previous one, I'd imagine quite a few people to stay out.
Can he get to the end on those?
I would say
11?
so. But it'll be about lap 13 when we go green again. So you only got to do 16 laps, which is more than possible. But then if there's another safety car, you can then take another stop if you so choose. So, but I would imagine if we run to the end from here, Swinny G is going to have to basically just run the rest of the race under these mediums.
Ay. So we'll have another 3 laps under safety car. That will put us to lap 14.
I mean, this is great for the average. He's really in the ascendancy now. He's on the mediums. He's got Cody behind him on 10-lap old hards. Then his teammate Martin Sanchez behind him as well, 5-lap old hards. So you'd fancy him for the win at this stage. It's certainly the cards are falling in his favour. Let's say that, and especially considering Sweeney G's got a lot of work to do from there.
See if team orders happens with Merck. I mean, Sweeney G's obviously somebody who's been on the pace quite quick so far, and everything. I don't even think team orders is going to come into play. I think he'll just make that overtake quick and easy.
Yeah, you mentioned pace. That's the thing. He has got the pace. He just says he got the patience because he does not need to lose end plates or a wing going past people at this phase when he knows he's probably going to outpace them. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see if you can get through this field quickly and efficiently. It's going to be a very important restart for him if he wants to try and get back at the average.
So let's take a look.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
Looking at the positions gained so far, Lauren's up 16 spots. Greasy is up 11 spots into 8th. Arham up 5 spots. Atmosphere up 4, and Max is up 4. Everybody else has gone up and down. Rogue down 11 spots.
Martin Sanchez has spun under the safety car. So that was certainly something that happened. Safety car's actually in this lap, so I don't know if he can actually regain his position or not.
No, he cannot.
Oh, so he's went from 3rd to 17th.
So he is out of the running now. He'll just have to fall in line with the rest of the pack here.
Yep. So Savage leads away with Cody Lawrence behind him. Gets through turn 1. There's a bit of battle behind between Atmosphere and Mr. Baby. Atmosphere holds strong though. Mr. Baby's P4. We've got Simon of the Fortune following behind P5. We've got oh dear, Martin Sanchez spun again. So that's a horrible restart for him. He's spun in turn 4.
Doesn't look like he picked up any damage, so he'll continue on. He's down 15 spots now because of that spin.
Yep. It was. Oh, we've got a retirement. The Joker.
And he's retired right in the middle of the track. Sectors 1,
Oh.
right between sectors 1 and 2. Looks like we're going to continue on, though.
We are, and Cody and Average have pulled out a 2-second gap on Atmosphere already. Cody right behind Average.
Mr. Baby, though, right on the tail of Atmosphere as they come down the back stretch. Still yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2. And there we go. They're finally going to get cleared, it looks like, now. So, and now we have an Aston Martin stop there. I think that is Golf. It is. And he's lost his front wing.
He always got collected by Martin Sanchez. He's having a right adventurous couple of laps. Mr. Baby's shaping up for a move on Atmosphere down into turn 1. He's got the inside line into the corner. Atmosphere breaks late. When he hold it on the outside, he does. He muscles Mr. Baby out there. Let's see if Atmosphere spun a little bit loose. He's lost 2 spots. So Mr. Baby up to P3. Simon of the Fortune is very, like his name, was fortunate there. Managed to pick up a spot on Atmosphere. Got Swinny G right behind him, who's up to P6 after restarting back in the pack, and he wants to get through this as fast as possible and try and get back onto the leaders. Easy move down the outside of Atmosphere there through the long snaking straight section. And we're going down to turn 11. He'll be wanting to try and get past Simon of the Fortune and Mr. Baby very fast as well. Always runs into the back of Simon there. Closing rate's crazy in that corner. But this section is certainly not one you're going to be overtaking in, so he just needs to try and set some up for the back straight, maybe into turn 17. Very clumsy over those curbs.
Sweeney G really putting the pressure on here on Simon LaFortune. Here they come down the back straight, and this is where Sweeney G is very quick here. His top speed right now for Sweeney G is 329 miles per hour.
Well, he just managed to get stopped, but switched back now by Simon of the Fortune, maybe. But there's...
Does he get it done? No, he does not.
No, Swinny G managed to hold firm there. Atmosphere's going into the pits and also got a 5-second penalty. So I guess his push through the wall did give him some damage. And the 5 second is a big bit of salt in the old wounds. The Swinny G now, he's looking at the back of Mr. Baby, but they're 4 seconds back on the leaders already, so it's not really helping him in his cause. He'll really have to knuckle down once if he gets this move done on this lap, and he'll want to get it done on this lap. Hopefully down this back straight, he'll probably be thinking. We have DRS now, I believe. Hollis is retired. He's called it a day in the pits, but a lap down, kind of don't blame him, unfortunately. Not a great start to his season. The Swinny G now is catching up to Mr. Baby. Will he look for a lunge down the inside of turn 11, or will he look for the outside? He's going to go for the inside. And he gets that move done by the looks of it. Yeah, Mr. Baby had no answers there. So Swinny G back up into P3 already. He's got 5 seconds now to try and catch on to the back of Cody Lawrence and Average. Cody, though, will have to make a pit stop at some point. So he's net P2 at the moment.
Yep, 14 lap hard tires with Sweeney G lurking in the background. Plenty of time for him to catch up to Average here. Only 4.7 seconds down, and he's gaining time. Look at how much time he's gaining. He's already gained 3/10 since coming out of turn 16. He does have Mr. Baby right behind him, who's in the DRS. He's not going to try and make a move, though. He knows he's going to be outpaced here by Sweeney.
Yeah, Mr. Baby just needs to try and hold on and get that DRS as much as possible to help him pull away from Simon. And so you can see it's already helping him. He's pulled it. He's got a 1.6 second gap on him. So he'll be pretty happy with that. I think he knows his fight's not with Swinny G today. But if Mr. Baby can bring it home fourth or third, he'll be very happy with that. Got Swinny G's teammate Greasy. He's looking quite close to back of Simon with Fortune as well at the moment. So maybe he'll be looking to shape up a move like his teammate did a lap before. But he's coming into the tricky complex of 4, 5, and 6. He's get out of 8. Well, I think he lost a bit of time, but at the same time, he's going to have the DRS. He was on the overtake button as well there, giving that little bit of extra oomph. Got the DRS open now, so we'll see if he can get a move either on the outside or the inside. He's already made a shape for the outside, but I don't think he's going to get close enough. No, he's not. So he's going to have to try and maybe look for a move down into turn 17 at this point, if he can stay close enough. Cody Lawrence, though, doing a great job hanging on to the back of average. Only 4 tenths behind, and he's on a lot older tyres and on the less optimal tyres as well. So it's a shame he's gonna lose a lot of time in the pit stop if we don't get another red safety car.
Greasy
now
got the DRS down the back stretch. Is going to get by Simon LaFortune, and Simon on those 13-lap old hard tires versus the 8-lap old medium tires. That makes it an easy move there for Greasy. Now Sweeney G 4.2 seconds behind the current race leaders. Let's take a look through the rest of the field. Everybody else kind of spreading out here. We have Tours, who is right on the back here of Kaginis down the front stretch into turn 1. He has the DRS. He's going to go down the inside into turn 1. Gets the car slowed down enough. And now the switchback move is on for Kaginis. Kaginis is going to retake the position around the outside. Now here they come through turns 1 and 2. Oh, look, here comes the Haas of Rogue.
I tell you what, Rogue may have done 2 in 1 there. Oh, he didn't. I thought he'd really capitalised. He was just hanging back and watching these two squabble, and he picked up the pieces. Great move on Toros there. Can he get Kaginis down this back straight? He'll have the DRS. And he looks very close already, so he might have a good shot here if he's got enough top speed going.
He's got it. He's got the DRS open. He's coming down into turn 11. Can he get the car slowed down? He does. Can he hold on to it, though? Because Kaginis is going to try and fight this one back. Yes, he does. And now he has an opportunity to maybe drive away here, but everybody else behind him is going to have DRS, so it's going to make it very difficult to defend unless he can get through turn 16 and gain a second here. It's going to be awfully close. Does he get it? Yes, he does.
Max has just made a move on Rahm as well, a bit further up the road. So that puts him up into P8 now. Rahm down to P9. Should also mention that Rogue's now occupying that P10 spot after his great couple of moves there. But he gets a horrible exit out of turn 17. It's going to put Kaginis and possibly Toros right on his gearbox going into turn 1. See if anyone can take a lunge down the inside. He's managed to hold on there. He kind of took a bit of a shallower line. Kaginis maybe looking down the outside, but he doesn't. He holds off. And Toros is right on the back of him as well now. These three are really squabbling hard for this last point. But Rogue has managed to get away after looked like he was going to be under a bit of trouble there after that horrible exit out of 17. So let's see if Kaginis and Toros can reset. They've got the DRS still, so they can definitely keep on the back of Rogue. They might be able to set something up in a bit later on in the lap.
Sweeney G now 3.7 seconds back here on lap 18 of 29. We're hitting 12 laps to go, and now we have another DNF. Arctic 904.
Safety car.
DNF. Safety car, and that for Sweeney G is a blessing in disguise. And right
it
as
helps Cody Lawrence as well. I should mention he actually took the lead at some point there.
Yeah, in the chaos he took the lead, so now he's going to come into the pits, and same with Average. What does Sweeney do? Sweeney goes into the pits, so 1, 2, and 3 decide to come in.
I wonder if they're going to take softs.
I see medium tires.
Oh. Greasy picked up a penalty. Average gone softs. Sweeney G on softs. Cody went on mediums, but he had a free choice. He basically used his hard still up 19. So he's got fresh tires and all compounds. A lot of activity in the pit lane. Everyone's switching to softs generally.
Right now for Max will be the race leader with 8-lap-old medium tires with Lawrence, Arham, and Average behind him. Sweeney G in 5th place. So Max on those old tires and Ram on those old tires as well. That's going to make it very interesting for Average and Sweeney.
Yeah, that's 2 cars they probably didn't want there. I think Code is at a disadvantage with being on the mediums compared to the softs because we're probably only have 7 or 8 laps by the time this gets restarted. So softs to the end should be good.
So the 3rd safety car.
Yep, I think we have 3 safety cars in a VSC, so it's a good warm up for Thursday night, Adam. The ALC season in iRacing IndyCar comes to an end. Of course, we crowned our champion there last week,
Brody
Gardner. Yep.
So the 4th ARC IndyCar iRacing League champion, Brody Gardner, he won the race on
capped off in style.
Yep, capped it off in style. So he's in our interview with him last week, he said that he's definitely going to still push it to the limit. So it's going to be an interesting Phoenix race on Thursday night. That race beginning at 9 p.m. Qualifying starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be a 2-lap qualifying session, and then into the race we go. So join us for James and I again on Thursday. Of course, Wednesday night we will have our ACF1 stream. So join us for that. That's going to be an interesting race, as well as we got a change in the championship order as Daniel Hernandez has taken the race lead, has taken the championship lead over Hamza Golzar, who did not show up last week. So that's going to make it a very interesting end to the season as we hit the last third of the ACF1 season. And there are still spots to sign up. So if you're interested in a set of course F1, head over to ApolloRacing.club or grid-finder.com. Search Apollo Racing Club and join us today. If you're already in the server, just ask Amon on how to sign up for the ACF1 League.
Yeah, a lot of racing that goes on in ARC. Should also mention the ACC League on Saturday nights. That kicked off its latest season last night at Paul Ricard, and that was a great race.
Heard there was a lot of action in that one.
There was a lot of action. I'd certainly go back and watch that VOD if you didn't catch it live.
And you can watch all the previous races on YouTube. Just search Apollo Racing Club. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can watch and get caught up with all the racing that happens here that we broadcast live. We broadcast on Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. At one point, we were broadcasting every night except Friday nights.
So it looks like we're going to have at least one more lap of safety car.
Yes. Yep. One more lap. 15 drivers remain.
Yep. Just got Golf to catch up to the back of the pack. It looked like he actually pit. So we've got quite a lot of people still on their mediums. We've got Toros, Rogue, Greasy, Swinny G, Average, who pitted for softs on that latest safety car. We had a Kaganis and Atmosphere now dropping into the pit, so I assume they're going for a set of softs after seeing what everyone else has been doing. So Adam, I would expect a very action-packed and very passing-filled final few laps here once we get going again.
I agree. You got Cody Lawrence up there on the fresh tires, so that safety car really saved him. But he's got some very quick guys behind him. He has Average and Sweeney G, who are on soft tires. Max is going to have to drive for his life here on 10-lap-old medium tires. Well, it will be 11-lap-old medium tires when we get back going again.
Yeah, Max is going to have to have the drive of his life to hold on to this one, and Cody will probably think he needs to clear Max as fast as possible and hope Average and Swinny G at least get held up slightly by Max and Rom in the early laps to give him get a bit of a buffer in. But there's a lot of potential stories that could play out here. You know, there's three people I would say likely in for the win, which is Cody, Average, and Swinny G. They're both in the class of the field today. But then, will Max be able to defend like a lion and pick up the win to start his season off? I mean, who knows? It's going to be about 7 or 8 laps, so a lot can happen in that time.
Safety car in this time, and we're going to go back to green. So everybody just going to get their tires all warmed up. When they start weaving like this, it makes me really nervous. It makes me ultra nervous because all it takes is for somebody just to miss something, just miss their rhythm or mess their rhythm up, and then they're into the wall or they're into another car. Well, it looks like everybody doing a good job keeping in line here. So here we go. Max with the race lead here. He's going to take off from the lead away from Cody Lawrence. Here they come through the final couple of turns here at Miami International Autodrome. And here we go. Green flag will fly. And here we go down into turn 1. Cody Lawrence peeked down wanted to peek down the inside, stays back, holds himself back, and now we're going to see Average has already jumped Rom, and same with Sweeney G. So just like that, Rom is already down to 6 now, and now he's going to have to pick it back up. He did not get a good restart there. Now he's behind Mr. Baby, and Greasy is right behind him, and Greasy is eyeing him now. He wants this move done as Rom is on the 16-lap old medium tires, and now Lawrence is taking the lead of the race.
He needed to do that. He saw the Average and Swinny G had already got up to the back of his gearbox. So now he needs to pray that Max can hold off for at least a lap, or at least through the second sector, which is very hard to overtake in, and try and get a second on these people to give him a lot of shot.
Rom now down to P9.
Yeah, Rom's unfortunately sitting duck on this restart. Those 16 lap holds hards are not being very friendly to him. He's got Rogue on the back of him now. He's looking for that move. He'll want to get past him as fast as possible.
Max is going to have to really push it hard here now as he's got Average and Sweeney G right hot on his heels as they come down the back stretch. Sweeney G, look down the inside, same with Average. And now here goes Sweeney G down the inside through turn 17. And now can they keep it together here? They're side by side. Sweeney G is going to have the Average a little bit of contact. And now it looks like it's going to be Average who gets pushed off there. And Sweeney G just takes the position. He takes what's his.
Sweeney G, I don't think Average was expecting Sweeney G to throw it down the inside of 17. And then they nearly had an absolute crash in 18 and 19, but Swinny G's now got the advantage and he's on the back of Max, so you want to try and get Pounder as soon as possible. He needs to get around this straight. There's still no DRS, of course, so it's all on brute forcing using that overtake button, but Max is on the overtake, Swinny G's on the overtake. It's going to be very hard to get the move done even with the tyre advantage, so this is really helping Cody Lawrence. He's now got a 2-second buffer on Swinny and Average and Max, and he needs that. 6 laps to go after this, and Cody Lawrence needs all the advantage he can get. If Swinny G and Average are released from behind Max, it's going to be a hell to leather for them, and they'll want to get onto the back of Cody as fast as possible. But they're into now. Swinny G's into down on the back straight, down to 17. Can he try and get a move done before the DRS comes active at the end of this lap? But then it will Average try and do what Swinny G did in the lap before.
And Rogue is retired.
That's unfortunate because he was
safety car. We're gonna have a 1-lap shootout here.
We are indeed. Wow. Just when you think things are set, everything's we now got a reset, and this doesn't help Cody. He was pulling away nicely, but wow. Our 4th safety car tonight, I believe.
Yep.
It's been a very stop-start race for our drivers. This helps Max as well, because now he only has to defend for maybe 2 laps, and there'll be no. I don't think we'll get DRS again today. So this is like a worst case scenario for Swinny G and average if they want to try and get for that win over Cody. So we had a Rom, Guinness and Golf take an opportunity to pit there, so they're on fresh softs, so we'll see what they can do in the final 2 laps. So Rom definitely needs to get off those hards, so he was a sitting duck on that restart. It started in P3. I think he was at the points by the time the safety car came out. So it gives him a chance to maybe get back up, fight, get a couple of points out of the day.
Lawrence has gained 17 positions. Max is up 15 positions. And Greasy's up 13.
So the races kind of fell into Cody's lap in some respects. He got very lucky with safety cars. First safety car helped him reset after being so far behind due to avoiding all the carnage at the start. And then getting another safety car just when it was probably about the time to pit off his hards. That saved him dropping into mid-pack. And then the latest safety cars probably saved him a little bit because he's only got to hold off now 2 laps maybe. When we get going again off Swinny G and Average, who is probably biggest rivals for this win today. But like I said, 2-lap shootout at the end, Adam. Anything can happen, and I'm sure it will be no quarter given by anyone. Everyone will be fighting for every inch of the track, trying to gain those positions late.
Careful what you say, because we don't want to have this race end under a safety car.
That's true. An F1 certainly doesn't want that. Very painful. Painful memories.
Yep, painful. No race should ever end under safety car. There we go. I said it. I said what I said.
Yeah, green white checkers needs to be brought into F1.
Exactly.
On the odd chance.
Yep.
So will the safety car come in this lap, or will it be the next one? We've got a couple of stragglers catching up to the pack, so we may get a safety car in this lap, which will give us a 3-lap shootout.
3 lap. Yep, 3 laps.
Yep.
Let's see here. And nope, we're going another time around.
The safety car is getting paid by the lap today. And he's wanting every dollar. Oh, no. A very late call.
Very late. That was extremely late. So, yes, safety car in this time. Cody Lawrence is going to have the race lead. Safety car is in. Doesn't give them enough time to prepare. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Lawrence is going to get on the gas, and away we go. The green flag will fly. Everybody spread out because they weren't expecting the safety car to come in so early.
It's caught a few people out. I think Mr. Baby had to check up there because I think he was going to run to the back of average. But Cody Lawrence getting away for 6/10. Swinny G, average. They're looking at Max, so they need to get around him as fast as possible. It's going to be very difficult with no DRS.
Sweeney's got to have to make this overtake on his own. With the overtake, he's at 83% energy-wise. Max is at 80%. He's using it. Lawrence not using his.
Cody knows he doesn't need to defend against Max. Swinny G is under pressure from average by the looks of it. But behind there, Simon the Fortune, he's made a move on Mr. Baby. Can he hold it? He
on
can.
The inside. He gets the move done. He makes it stick. So he's moved up into 5th. Rom is up in the 10th.
Greasy's gone past Guinness, who's lost 2 spots. Possibly lost 2 spots. He's fighting with the atmosphere at the moment. They were bumping and banging through that chicane there. But Looks like Kaganis has out-dragged Atmosphere up towards turn 17, but will Atmosphere throw it down the outside? In the braking zone he won't because he's tucked in behind. Oh no, Mr. Baby's picked up a 3-second penalty.
Track limits. And
Yeah,
Average
so-
is now, well, Sweeney has moved up in the second. Now all eyes are set on to Lawrence here, and he is gaining time quick. And now we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Who is that? Looks like it is Mr. Baby, who is retired.
Oh, bad to worse there. Picked to that track limits and then sent his car into the wall, unfortunately.
That will not bring out a safety car. We're we're not.
We're too late into the game now.
Yep, we're too late into this one now. So it is going to be up to the speed now. We have 3 laps to go.
Yep.
Officially. So we're on lap 27 of 29. Sweeney G. 2 seconds away from Lawrence.
Yeah, Cody's doing a good job here. He's managing the pace. Sweeney G, I thought maybe would have closed the gap more, but he's going to struggle to catch onto the back of him. But he's got 2 laps to work with. If he can get the DRS on the final lap, it's all to play for. Average, though, is stuck behind Max at the moment. So I think he's probably thinking P3 at this stage. But he gets a horrible lock-up, and he's now under threat from Simon the Fortune. But manages to hold it. Sweeney G puts up the fastest lap late, so that's a bonus point for him if it stays that way. DRS. We are going to get DRS in far 2 laps, which will help Average on his battle for getting past Max. Simon the Fortune, though, he maybe thinks he can use DRS to get around Average. At the moment, he's the only one going to have in it because Average is falling out the DRS detection range of Max in front. So Max is doing a great job. 17 lap old mediums. He's holding on well.
Yes, he
His
is.
podium position.
Looking at the energy level for Average, Average only has about 13%. It keeps dropping. He's not using it at all. He can't get any energy save. Sweeney G's used a bunch of his. He's down to 19. Lawrence, he's the only person that has a decent amount with 56% left in his battery. And he is falling down quickly. 2.7 seconds, 2.8 seconds now down to Lawrence. Those soft tires are saying good night at this point. And we're going to be hitting that final lap here in just a moment. We're going to see that white flag displayed here. Average trying to stick here with Max. Same with Simon LaFortune because Simon LaFortune is there.
So Simon's in the ascendancy here on the tyre situation. Like you said, those softs seem to have given up the ghost for a lot of these drivers. So can Simon take advantage of that in the final lap? It doesn't help that Average has used a lot of his battery up, so he's not going to have a great deal to defend with. Cody Lawrence, though, pops in the fastest lap of the race on 10 lap old mediums. So he's going to take maximum points for this weekend after starting in 18th, I believe.
Yep. 18th position, moved up 17 spots. He's in the lead now. Here we are on the white flag lap, final lap around the Miami International Autodrome.
Martin Sanchez has got around the action. So he's up into P6 on his recovery drive after spinning under one of our previous safety cars from P3. So now we're looking at, can Simon get around Average on this final lap? Will he use all his battery deployment down this straight? You won't know if Average has got any left, but he hasn't. So if he really hammered it, he could maybe get a run in this final corner. In a turn 11, but I think Average has held this now. It'll be very hard to pass in the final couple of corners. In fact, Average maybe thinks he can maybe get a move on Max into turn 17. He's really on the back of his gearbox there. He just needs to get a good exit. He's going to have to get a good exit. We saw Max in front got a horrible wheel spin. Average using every ounce of his overtake button, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
I don't think so either. It's going to be a tough one here to get by Max at this point. He's going to have to send a new move now, but Lawrence takes the race win here on week number 1 of ARC Codemasters F1 Tier 1. Sweeney G in second. And Average, he's gone into the wall. He's going to lose so many positions here. Martin Sanchez has DNF'd.
The action, Martin Sanchez, I don't know if they had a collision, but they're both Oh, they're both out the points. So it looks of it. Torres. Oh no!
Oh
Torres is out.
no! Oh,
That's gonna-
Torres.
This might promote Greasy up to P10. P10 still not, action's not crossed the line. What can no?
No! What is happening here, guys? What is happening?
I wanted to finish P10. And through all that, the action takes that final point after everyone else did everything they in their power to avoid crossing the line.
What just happened? Three cars wrecked. 3 cars DNF'd. Oh my god,
Yeah.
on the last corner.
Oh, my word.
My god. Okay. Everything's fine.
Welcome to Miami, folks. What a absolute fantastic race. Congratulations to Cody Lawrence, our winner. But wow, what was happening there at the back? No one wanted that P10.
No.
And in the end, the action decided, well, if you don't want it, I'll have it. But wow, action to the end there.
Oh my lord.
Oh man, sim racing certainly likes to surprise people.
Well, Cody Lawrence had a fantastic drive. Let's, give it up to him. Give him the credit where credit is due. Going from 18th to 1st. Max held on there. And same with Sweeney G, our podium finishers there. I'm going to need a week to recover after that one.
I think everyone is. I think when you say Cody Lawrence, definitely you got to give him driver of the day, winner, fastest lap, started P18. But don't overlook Max's drive. He really held on there at the end. He got that P3. Sweeney G did a good job recovering to P2 after deciding to pit from the lead and getting stuck in the midfield. But wow. That was certainly a race.
Oh. I don't know how to describe that last lap. Definitely something that they're going to have to look back on. I mean, there was clearly yellow flags.
The problem was that the whole track was just blocked. I mean, you could argue, yeah, there was yellow flags and they should have took it easier, but I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know what to say. We need a week to recover. Maybe a spa day in between. I'm not talking about Belgium.
Ay. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We will not have driver interviews after that one, but thank you. I guess how do we sum that one up? That was carnage.
It was carnage, and it's round 1 in the books, and we've got 9 more rounds of this, and I'm looking forward to every one of them.
For sure.
And I'm looking forward to Thursday as well, because we get to do it all over again, Adam.
All over again. Yep. Don't remind me. So, well,
Wow.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got through Miami without with massive carnage, and we have more to go, more to come here at Apollo Racing Club. Of course, join us Wednesday and Thursday nights for ACF1 and IndyCar iRacing League here at Apollo Racing Club, and then join us on Saturday for ACC GT3 action, and then we'll be back here again on Sunday at 9 Eastern. For everybody here, for James, myself, and the entire crew here at Apollo Racing Club, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here Wednesday night for ACF1.